Good evening, Zimbabwe. You're listening to Studio 7 from the Voice of America on Wednesday, 8th July 2020. And this is LiveTalk Diaspora Forum. I'm Jonga Kandemiri.
And I'm Gibbs today in Maryland.
Tonight on LiveTalk Diaspora Forum, we continue to look at the coronavirus pandemic and what is happening to Zimbabweans in South Africa, especially those driving long haulage trucks. And also, we are going to look at the July 31st planned demonstrations.
We see, Jonga, that in South Africa, there are some people who are being tormented by South Africans who are demanding their jobs back. They are saying that foreigners are actually occupying most of the jobs, especially in the transport sector. So they are blocking some trucks and all these kind of transport companies from hiring, Zimbabweans, from hiring the Mozambicans, and any other person from the SADC region or any country. So that's one of the things that we're going to be discussing today. The other thing is we see that coronavirus COVID-19, cases actually going up in Zimbabwe. As of now, there are 787 cases with 201 people that have recovered, 9 deaths, and at least 81,335 people that have been tested. So we see that the cases of COVID-19 are prevalent among people who are returnees from South Africa, Botswana, and some cases are very local. We saw that recently a high-profile Zimbabwean who was working at Zimra actually passed away. That is Tabani Sibanda. And then we see that worldwide, according to the Johns Hopkins University, there are 11,852,102 people who have actually contracted COVID-19, that is worldwide. And then there are 554,726 people that have died. And in USA, almost 3 million, 3 million people have contracted COVID-19, and then 131,480 have actually died. So umkhuhlane lo uyamemetheka sibilo okuzima Jonga kanyazani abantu abavela kule South Africa abavela eBotswana abavela lezinye indawo xa befika eZimbabwe babanje umkhuhlane lo kunjalo ke mfowethu.
Hongu ndizvo Gibbs nasi tiri kutarisa zviri kuitika kuSouth Africa kwatinonzwa kuti zvizvarwa zveZimbabwe zvakawanda zvikuru vari kushanda mumakambani anoita zvekutakura kwezvinhu kana matransport kana kuti magonyeti vari kushungurudzwa nezvizvarwa zvekuSouth Africa kwatinonzwa kuti nezuro kwakanga kusingatofambiki vachivharirwa migwagwa kupisirwa marori avo nezvimwe zvakadaro. Zvizvarwa zvemuSouth Africa zviri kuti makambani emuSouth Africa hafaniri kupinza basa vanhu vasiri zvizvarwa zvemunyika iyi, vanhu vekunze kusanganisira vanobva kuZimbabwe. Todaro tichitarisa zvakare nyaya yechirwere cheCovid-19, tiri kuona kuti chirwere cheCovid-19 chiri kuramba ichikura muZimbabwe. Kusvika nemusi wechipiri unove nezuro kwanga kuine vanhu vanokwana kuita 787 kana kuti 990 vakabatwa nechirwere ichi mushure mekunge vanhu vaongororwa. Vazhinji vevanhu vari kubva kuSouth Africa nekune dzimwe nyika. Kwoitawo vanhu vanokwana kuita 201 chete kana 201 vapora kubva kuchirwere ichi, nevanhu vanokwana kuita vapfumbamwe kana kuti 9 vafa nechirwere ichi. Dambudziko hombe riri panyaya yekuti zvizvarwa zveZimbabwe zviri kubva kune dzimwe nyika ndo zviri kunyanyawanikwa zviine chirwere ichi munyika. Kwozoitawo pano nepapo kune vari munyika imomo vari kuwanikwa nezvirwere. Kwoitawo imwe nyaya tichabata zvakare Gibbs, inyaya yekuti musi wa31 chikunguru unove musi wa31 mwedzi uno July, tiri kunzwa kuti kune kurongwa kwekuratidzira nemapato anopikisa masangano anorwira kodzero dzevanhu nevamwe vemakereke vari kuti aiwa nyika iri kuramba ichienda kumawere, iri kuramba ichiondongeka, dai zvinhu zvagadzirisika. Saka vari kutarisira kuratidzira kunonzi kuratidzira kwakasimba nevari kuronga kuchaitika munyika yose. Hanzi uori hwanyanya, mitengo yezvinhu iri kungokwira, nyaya dzezvematongerwo enyika, kodzero dzevanhu, hurumende iri kupomerwa mhosva yekutyora zvose izvozvo. Ndo zvimwe zvatichakurukura nhasi Gibbs.
Kunjalo ke khona kokuqanjwa ngoJonga ukuthi sizakhuluma njalo ngodaba lokho kwenzakalayo khona ngale kule South Africa ukuthi kanyazani ke abantu bavalelwa emgwaqweni, kakhulu abantu laba abachayela izimoto ezinkulu. Abantu bawele South Africa bathi sokanele ukuthi abantu abavela kwamanye amazwe bethola imisebenzi yabo lezinto ezinjalo. Sikhuluma nje kuyavinjwa lapha lalapha, besikhuluma ke labanye abachayela izimota besithi uzima, kodwa abanye bayenelisa ukudlula. bese kubeke udaba lokuthi ke kulabantu abafuna ukuthengisela kwele Zimbabwe. So abantu bathi sokwenele khonokho-ke ukuthi izanu isibathwalise nzima, ngakho-ke isikhathi sesifikile ukuthi-ke bekhalele imisebenzi, bangene emgwaqweni, abangasebenziyo labo bangene emgwaqweni ngaphansi kwalokho kuthiwa hashtag ZANU-PF must go. So bathi izanu sokumele ishaye phansi. So silenhlanhla ngokuthi silabo abanye ababerepresent izanu khonapha, njalo silobaba ovela kuZAPU labanye abatshiyeneyo. So-ke siyabe sixoxe khona bajonga sibonisana ngokuthi kuya ngaphi. So maybe before we engage our guests, there are some people who actually send us videos, or we'll do that when you time. Then we can play some of those videos, or maybe let me try to bring it and see whether we can. So here are some of the people that send us audios saying a lot about what is going on in Zimbabwe. So listen to what they are saying.
Johannesburg. Selokhu ngabuya mnyaka lokho after independent yona lana ka 1980 namanje ngisasebenzela khona ngapha emazweni. Nakhona ke noma ngithi ngiyabheka nje ukuthi okanye ngaye ekhaya ngizokwenzani. Abantu bayakhala indlala ibhokile, yalanjwa, akuna improvement. So ke ngisithi kulaba ke abazabe tshengisela bakithi igazi lachitheka kwanela nalesikhathi sempi leyesa sikhipha ngaumbuso wamakhiwa. Kwabuya futhi igazi lachitheka sesikhathi futhi lachithwayo sesibulalana khonapho ezweni. Bakithi siyaxwayisa kakhulu ukuthi ke sengathi umuntu mani noma ngabe usebenzela uhulumende noma kwenzakalani, wena uyadla uyasutha kodwa akunakekela impilo zabantu. Please asabelieve man, anike niyekele ukubulalana. Hayi ukhulumayo uKhanyani uNcube iChagwane khona le esigabeni sakosiwo ePlumtree. Ngiyabonga, amen kuleyo ndawo.
Ngombono wamsakazi lento ehlelwa zinhlangano loba ngabantu ukuthi ZANU must follow ngezinye indlela msakazi wami ikahle. Uma sebesusile le ZANU embusweni, yipi inhlangano ezobuza? Ngoba namanje iMDC iyadonselana, omunye udonse siyale omunye udonse siyale. So into yakhona msakazi kuyafana loba bengayikhipha le party yona le MDC abayifunayo la khona msakazi wami, bayadonselana, ukuyaliwa, omunye udonse siyale omunye udonse siyale. So usizo lokuthi sithi into le kahle ngezinye indlela, mina ngombono wami ngiyiboni kahle.
Mina ngibona lesi strike lesi siyaphuza sibili, njalo ngiyazibuza ukuthi why besibeke kachana. Bebesenzela ukuthi amasotsha azilungise yini namapholisa. Bekungamelanga basise kachana lesi strike, basivele siqale nje usesemanje, siqale impela. Abantu sebehluphekile. Uyazi nxa kunje ungazivuza ukuthi kade uncedo lokuthi abantu babuswe ngumuntu omnyama, nxa umuntu omnyama ehlukuluza omunye umuntu ngendlela nje yini. Uyazi ngesikhathi sikaSmith abantu babesidla besutha, ilizwe likhwabithelwa ngabantu bonke nje. Uyazi lilizwe elihle ngesikhathi kusabusa umuntu omhlophe. So ngangcono amabhunu abo azocolonize ngoba abantu bazobe besidla, bazi into nkiyakuba right, bazadevelop ilizwe kunokuthi wena munikazi womuzi uzobusa umuzi abantu babulawa indlala. Phela into le efana le nto layenzayo lethatha umhlabathi emabhunwini lengakwazi ukulima, lasele zisalela lamafusi eno nangu kwamafusi la thatha amaplaza ebantwini abamhlophe abalolwazi lokulima. Kulincede ngani?
Umsakazi westudio 7, mina nguFebi Dube ngisesinampande eBhinga. Sithi hayi bakithi sesidiniwe ngapha siyahawula thina abantu beZimbabwe. Siyacela sibili ukuthi hayi nxa kuzayenziwa istrike kumbe imarch abantu bazafufa, kuyachitheka igazi. Akudingwe enye indlela yokukhulumisana nohulumende lokhona.
Yebona ngiyabezwa abantu bathi bona nxa ngakutshengiselwa eZimbabwe kuzachitheka igazi. Kuthi ukuthi vele phela uhulumende lo khona usicindezela ngokuthi uthemba ukuthi khona uzachitha igazi. loba kungaze kube njani uzachitha igazi. Mina ngibona ukuthi kuyinto enhle uhulumende kazama ukuthi azwisise inhlupho ezihlakana labantu emhlabeni. Akho umuntu aphonguwomela nje senzela ukuthi uza kwethusela abantu ngokuchitha igazi. Hayi lokhu kulobunzima elizweni lethu leZimbabwe bakithi, sicela uNkulunkulu angenele ngoba amakhosi la abusa ngokuchitha igazi. Mina ngambona ukuthi angaba ngamakhosi akhethwe nguNkulunkulu impela ngoba sibili abantu abafuna ukubusa abantu ngendlela eqondileyo angeke babusa abantu ngokuchitha igazi, qede futhi besuke lapho kusasa bethi bona bafuna ukuvotelwa, bona sebechithe igazi labantu. Hayi into eyenziwa yiZanu-PF bakithi ayibusisi. Angiboni lokuthi uNkulunkulu uyayithanda sibili. Okhulumayo ngumampofu ngilapha koBulawayo. Ngiyabonga.
Yeah, so these are some of the people, Jonga, that actually sent us messages on our WhatsApp number, +1 202 465 0318. So everyone is free to send messages on that platform. So there you are. Some of the people are saying, well, it's good to protest, but others are actually opposing it. One of the people is saying, what is going to happen if ZANU-PF leaves? Who's going to take over? Because there is a fight between the two big MTCs. So people are really questioning some of these kind of motives. And then at the end of the day, there's one who said, of course, ZANU-PF has ruled for a long time. And of course, they've completely ruined the country. But the problem is people fear that they can be killed when they go onto the streets. So kumenjalo Jonga.
Ongu Gibson ndizvo ndo mamiriro akaita zvinhu. Vanhu vakawanda vatiri kutaurawo nawo vari kutaura mashoko iwayo ekuti vakapinda mugwagwa chii chinozoita kuti vange vaine chivimbiso kana assurance yekunzi vanenge vakachengetedzeka, nokuti kuratidzira kwakamboitika makore apfuura vanhu vakawanda vakakuwadzwa, kwakarasikirwa vamwe neupenyu mushure mekunge vamwe vapfurwa nemauto. Takazviona muna 2018 muna August mushure mesarudzo vanhu vakaratidzira, vamwe vakapfurwa, vamwe vakakuwara, zvitoro zvakapazwa nezvimwe zvakadaro zvakazoitika zvakare muna January wa 2019. Saka ndopata kunzi nevamwe tikapinda mugwagwa hatisangane here zvakare nezvakamboitika munguva dzapfuura, asi vari kuronga kuratidzira Gibbs vari kutaurayo kuti aiwa tiri kuronga kuita uku murunyararo, kuratidzira tiri kuedza kuti tinge tichiwana ivo vamwe vanhu vari kuronga kuratidzira ikoku kuti vapinde muchirongwa. Tatumira mashoko nekufonera vaJacob Ngaruvume, vanoye mukuru kana mutungamiri webato reTransform Zimbabwe, kuti vange vachipinda muchirongwa. Havasati vatipindura kuti vaona here message nekuti foni yavo haisi kubatika. Tiri kuedza zvakare kuti tinge tiine vemamwe mapato kusanganisira veZANU-PF, tiri kuedza kubata varegista Rumbira kuti vange vachipinda muchirongwa vambonitumira message yezvinezvi vachitaura kuti vanenge vari kuita dambudziko rekuti vapinde muchirongwa.
I think yes, usefikile khona Regis Musango. We are happy that he's around now. So now I think our guests are lined up right now. We've got Mr. Vusumuzi Spanda, who is in South Africa, Washington Jamela in Chicago, he belongs to ZAPU, and then we've got Regis Musango. So we'll start the ball rolling, Jonga. Maybe let's go to Mr. Regis Musango, or maybe the guys maybe like ZAPU, who are actually maybe part of this kind of protest.
The opposition. First, maybe we can start from the opposition. Then Mr. Charumbira will respond to what the opposition says.
So let's get to the ZAPU representative here in Washington. So Mr. Jamela, there are these proposed protests. What do you think about it?
Well, I'm happy to be here on the program, and thank you very much for linking up with me and to come and represent the voice of the party, the mother party, actually. Well, we actually we welcome the people that are deciding to finally see the light that enough is enough. For us, as ZAPU, we actually, I want to show you something real quick, for those who can see me. On our ZAPU calendar here, we have August 1963 as the Great Betrayal Day We mark that day. That's the day when ZANU-PF was formed, when they broke away from ZAPU. So basically, we've been saying ZANU-PF must go since 1963, you know. So the fact that other people are now beginning to see that and feel that way, we actually welcome that, because it's been long past due. This is a party that has committed, the first thing that they did when they came into power was to commit genocide against our people. And they impoverished the country, they mismanaged the economy, they are corrupt, they are everything you can imagine. ZANU-PF, every bad thing you can imagine government doing, ZANU-PF has done. So it's really amazing to me that they managed to hang around for so long, despite all the evil things that they've done since they came into existence. So we definitely welcome the opening of the eyes and the people thinking that it is time. Indeed, it is time for ZANU-PF to go, and it has to go. For those people that are worried about what's going to happen, you know, when ZANU-PF goes, that's neither here nor there. You know, first of all, people need to learn to remove a government. That's the first thing. Learn to remove a government. Whoever comes in next, you'll be able to remove it, you know, that government also, if they are not doing what they're supposed to do as a government. So people must not be afraid to remove a government because they don't know what's going to come. It's a beginning. It's a start. You have to learn to do that very basic thing, which is remove a government. Peacefully remove a government.
Constitutionally.
Yes, peacefully.
Thank you so much. Okay, let me bring on Chonga Kanameri. Maybe he's got some questions for the next guest. Chonga?
Maybe I can first throw a question to Mr. Jamela, where he said they've been saying ZANU-PF must go since 1963 when ZANU-PF was formed. I think the formation of other parties, that's a democracy in a country. I don't know why they would say ZANU-PF should not have been formed since 1963. But what people say are fighting against is what ZANU-PF is doing as a government. And whichever party that will come into power should not emulate what ZANU-PF is doing at the moment. Maybe, I don't know if you can respond to that.
Yes, Mr. Jamela, the floor is yours.
I was trying to type a message. I cannot hear Mr. Jonga.
Yeah, what you're saying is, you know, there's this issue that you guys are saying you wanted ZANU-PF to go from the time it was formed. So why did you want it to be, you know, to go at that time? And now, because democracy is all about having many parties in a given state. So he says, why are you then insisting that you've been saying ZANU-PF must go for all these years since its formation?
Right. So I hope everybody that's listening is able to understand that we are saying ZANU-PF must go, not democracy must go, not multi-party system must go. It is ZANU-PF that has to go. It is the way ZANU-PF was formed right from the beginning. That was a betrayal of what the ZAPU was trying to accomplish for Zimbabwe. ZANU-PF betrayed the very essence of the liberation struggle right from the beginning. You do not build a country by dividing people. This started from right all the way back from its inception. So that's why they have to go. Their track record after independence speaks for itself. There can never be a party so bad at governance as ZANU-PF has been to Zimbabwe. Never. It's impossible. It really is. I cannot imagine, you know, any new party that can come along today and be as bad as ZANU-PF has been. So for that reason and many other ones, ZANU-PF has to go. Then they have to go as yesterday.
Yes, Wankuluke Jamela ubambe khonapho Jonga, I hope uzwile impendulo yakho. Then singaqhubeka Jonga sibise omunye njalo i-guest yethu.
Yes, maybe we can bring in Vusango Charumbira. Vacharumbira mazwa zvataurwa navaJamela vataura kuti kubva papinda ZANU-PF 1963 ichibva muZAPU vanga vakangotarisira kuti ZANU-PF inofanira kunge ichienda kusvika nhasi, and chikuru chakaita kuti vakurudzire kuti inge ichienda zvakaitika zvavari kuti zvakaitika after independence mushure mekuwana kuzvitonga kuzere zvakaitika mumatunhu akaita Matabeleland ne-Midlands. Munoti vacharumbira.
Right, let me bring in Charumbira. Just hold on, Charumbira. Yes, Charumbira, go ahead, sir. I think apparently I cannot hear him. Charumbira, can you hear me? But here we cannot. Can you can cut and come back? I think we hear him when he cuts and comes back. So unfortunately, his mic is muted. So try that, then you come back. So let's get to the other guest, Chonga, so that Charumbira will try to activate his mic. I think his mic is muted. So now let's go to Vusi Panda. Let's hear what he's saying about some of these things. So Vusi Panda, can you hear me? Hello, Vusi Panda, can you hear me, sir? Apparently, I can see him, but he's not responding. So maybe he has got a slight challenge. Chonga, what is pointing Ucharumbira? Kumbe singamtola, kumbe singasamtola. Just hold on. Mr. Charumbira, can you hear me, Charumbira? Yeah, but here we cannot hear you. So what I'll do is I'll call you so that yes, I know that people may be hearing you, but I can't hear you. So I think we've got a slight challenge here. Just hold on.
Okay, no,
yeah, now I think I can hear him now. Charumbira, can you hear me now? Oh, I think he was there, but he has just gone. I was hearing him now, but then he had some bit of a challenge. So guys, siyabona ngizulukanda ukuthi ke namhlanje siqoqa ngendaba ezijiyeneyo. Kodwa sila ubaba wezaphu sila njalo ubaba uSibanda. Baba uSibanda nxa lisizwa siyacela ukuthi silifake kuhlelo khona manje ukuthi sixoxe ngodaba lolu sizwe ukuthi luya ngaphi. So mbonazana ubaba uSibanda sesizwa Jonga ukuthi simzama ubaba uSibanda besingani sile challenge lama audio. Baba uSibanda uyasizwa? Hello Sibanda. Yeah, kukhanya ngazani sile nkinga ama audio, so sathi ubaba uSibanda simfonele kodwa manje sizwe ukuthi uyasizwa yini. So ke yeah siyakuzwa but ithathela kancane. Yeah, okay, sesikuzwa khona manje. So Sibanda yeah sesikuzwa baba. So sungaqhubeka khona ubona njani udaba lolu? Yeah, sungaqhubeka.
Mina ngiyanizwa ngathi oh okay. Udaba olokuteleka esikubona kusenzakala eSouth Africa akulona udaba olusha. Ludaba oluqale ukuba nzima kakhulu kuzizalwane ezibuya ngaphandle kweSouth Africa ngonyaka ophelile. Luholwa kakhulukazi iqembu labantu elizibiza nge-All Truck Drivers Foundation. Laba bantu laba baye baguquka bangena kwezepolitiki makuyophela unyaka ngonyaka ophelileyo. Esikubona kusenzakala ukuthi uhulumeni akakathathi izinyathelo ezifaneleyo ukuze ukuhlaselwa kwabantu bokuza kuphele, ngoba abantu bokuza laba abathola umsebenzi iningi labo ngabantu abanama-permit othola ukuthi yilawa awama-dispensation njengabantu ababuya kwelaseZimbabwe nakweleSotho ne-Angola, kube sokusiba kanye nabanye futhi njalo abantu othola ukuthi banama-asylum kumbe ama-refugee status. Sike sezwa isikhulumeli ese-ATDF namhlanje sithi laba bantu kayisiyo ma-scarce skills. Ngokwesekela mthetho salapha eSouth Africa bonke labo bantu abanelungelo lokuba lapha eSouth Africa kabadingi i-scarce skills ngoba sebenalo ilungelo lokuba lapha. Uma amaphepha abawaphethe ebagunyaza ukuthi basebenze engababeki mhlawumbe njengala ama-general permit ukuthi umuntu usuke eyithole ukuthi ngiyokuba uthisha kumbe mhlawumbe into ethile, kusho ukuthi bavumelekile ukuthi basebenze kulezi zindawo. Ibundlobongela kumbe ukungathandi ukulandela umthetho okwenza abantu bathatha umthetho bawufaka ezandleni zawo bahlasela abantu bokuza. Ikuhluleka ukulandela umthetho. Esidinga ukubona kusenzakala ukuthi sidinga ukubona ungqongqoshe wamaphoyisa kanye namaphoyisa besebenza ndawonye bebopha laba bantu abephula umthetho.
Yeah, can you say that in Shona? Go ahead, sir.
Zvatiri kuona zvichiitika muno muSouth Africa inyaya yekuti vanhu vari kurova vanhu uye vari kuuraya vanhu. Ibato revanhu rinonzi All Truck Drivers Foundation. Vanhu vakatanga vachishanda kunge union kuzoti gore rapera ndokubva vachinja vakazvirejista sepolitical party. Zvavari kuita zviri kuratidza kuti havazivi mutemo, nekuti mutemo unoti munhu wese ari muSouth Africa ane kodzero yokuti ave munyika yeSouth Africa chero ari chizvarwa cheimwe nyika, sevanhu veZimbabwe vakatakura vane mapemiti aya emaZEP nevanhu vekuLesotho nevanhu vekuAngola uye nevanhu vane maasylum nemarefugee vanotenderwa kuti vatsvage basa munyika muno chero as long as permit yaakatakura o yaanoshandisa isiri iyo yakanyorwa kuti anofanirwa kuti ashande chete kana kuti zaticha, asi iri iyo inomutendera kuti ashande chero kupi. Ivo vanotaura kuti vanotaura ATDF vanoti aiwa vanhu vanofanirwa kushanda mumabasa ema-scarce skills kana kuti mabasa aya anoda vanhu vane kudzidza kumwe kuri special. Hazvizi zvatiri kuona zvifanirwa kuitika muno. Tiri kungoona chete kuti minista wemapurisa havasi kunyanzoita basa ravo nemamwe maministers chero including vekulabor vacho, nekuti vanhu vari kutotyora mutemo. Chinofanirwa kuitika iko zvino kuti vanhu vanofanirwa kusungwa, ende tinoziva nekuti naivo vanoziva kuti vanhu vari kuita izvi vanhu veATDF, nekuti tiri kuona mameseji avo musocial media vakatakura pfuti vachidhura vachirova vanhu vachituka vanhu vachidaidza vanhu nemazita okuti makwerekwere, asi hatizi kuona mapurisa achivasunga, nekuti muSouth Africa tine chinonzi equality court inotarisa nekodzero dzevanhu, kuti pane vanhu vanotaura zvinhu kana kuti vanopronounsa mashoko anoratidza kuti vano ruvengo, vanhu ivavo vanofanirwa kusunga. Ndosaka patiriko zvino toda kutarisira kuti titaudzane neSouth African Human Rights Commission kuti vadaidzwe kuSouth African Human Rights Commission, nekuti madai kunze ari kutyora kodzero dzavo.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me bring on Jonga Kanumeri. Jonga?
Yes, thank you so much, Dr. Swanda. Thank you so much, Gibbs. I think for many Zimbabweans, they are not sure whether there is a representative organization or an organization that represents Zimbabweans. Can Dr. Swanda respond to that? Is there an organization that represents Zimbabweans only, so that when they have problems like they are facing now, they know where to go? I know you have this African Diaspora Forum, but you know it covers all the countries in Africa. Is there a specific organization for Zimbabweans?
Okay, let me bring him on.
Okay, thank you very much. There is an organization that represents Zimbabweans. That represents Zimbabweans mainly, and that is an organization called Zimbabweans United for Progress. There is a website, I think you know, that goes under that name, a Facebook page and Twitter page, and it's an organization that also affiliates to the African Diaspora Forum, which has been very instrumental, especially during the COVID period, in facilitating assistance, you know, to Zimbabweans, including issues that relate to, you know, scholarships for children that are having problems, you know, with their education, or people that are being attacked. And we are actually encouraging that a lot of people, you know, that come to us direct, we even facilitate that, you know, the ZUFP can basically deal with them, because it focuses mainly on Zimbabweans on various issues that relate to development. And it has also had a meeting with the ambassador and the consulates here in South Africa to ensure that when, you know, people go to the embassy or to the consulate where they need the civic society services, they can be directed to this organization.
Yes, certainly we can hear you. So let's switch over to Mr. Washington Jamela. In terms of what is happening in Zimbabwe, with people planning to, you know, stage peaceful protests. So now when we look at these peaceful protests, Papa Jamela, ngesindebele sibili, sibona ngani kulabanye abayithukileyo, abanye abayisabayo ukuthi abantu bangagangathwa, abantu bangabulawa. Siyawazi ukuthi kulabantu abake babulawa baze betshengisele emgwaqweni. Kusanda kwenza ukhetho kwabuya ke ngesikhathi laphana sokukhuphulwe intengo yamafutha ezimota. So kuyini ongavimba ukuthi amasotsha adubula abantu nxa ukuthi bengakwenza khona?
Into yokuqala Dube ibuyela kukhona lokho ukuthi izanu sifuna ukuthi ikhutshelwe khona lokho kutshoyo ukuthi iyadubula abantu, iyabulalisa abantu. So ukuthi ngamanye amazwi ilizwe laseZimbabwe alila nkululeko, alikamtholi uzibuse lenkululeko eqondileyo. Ngoba ukutshengisela kwabantu akusilona icala kubhalwe ku-constitution yaseZimbabwe yona ngokwayo esebenzayo manje. Kulilungelo labantu ukuthi batshengisele uma bengajabuli ngemisebenzi kahulumende. Kodwa-ke uhulumende wezanu ngobubi bezanu into yokuqala ayicabangayo ukuthi abulala abantu. Into yokubulala vele baqale nayo kudala. Yikho sithi izanu PF must go. Asithi ukuthi APA must go, MDC must go, or whatever other party must go. Sithi izanu PF. Sitsholo bona ububi babo abantu bezanu PF abakhokhelayo. So abantu balungile besabe ngoba babhekane lesitha selizwe. Izanu isitha selizwe. Singazi siqambile namanga sizama ukuthini okusalayo ama results emisebenzi yabo sonke siyayazi. Sinabantu kule ngaphandle esiku diaspora ngaphandle lapha sinabantu asebebaleke elizweni lakibo 3-4 times. Bakhona abantu abasuke ngabo 70s besiya ku exile. Babuyela eZimbabwe ngo1980. Waqala sokubusa izanu besithi hayi ilizwe elikhuleka ukuthi sibuyele ekhaya. Babuyela ngo1980. Babaleka futhi sebetshiselwa imizi sebebulawa sebethreatenwa. Kwaba le unity accord le ka1987. Babuyela njalo futhi abantu labanekhaya. Bazobalekiswa indlala nakho konke okunye okwenzakala kuleli lizwe. So ke uyabona ukuthi inhlanganiso engakwaziyo ukubusa ilizwe ngendlela eqondileyo.
Cela ufake just 1 minute ngesikhiwa khonokho.
So what I was saying is people have a genuine reason to be afraid. In as much as they want ZANU-PF have gone, they definitely have a genuine fear that has been instilled, in them by ZANU-PF since the beginning of since independence in 1980. I was referring to, we have a number of people here in the diaspora that have been in and out of Zimbabwe, that have run out of Zimbabwe at least three times. That's a terrible thing to run away from your own country 3 times in one's lifetime. We have people that ran away and, maybe they didn't run away. They went to exile, they joined the liberation struggle, but the bottom line is they left the country in the 70s. They went back in 1980. They had to run again from a black government when they were being killed, their homes destroyed, their livelihood threatened. They went away. They had to go to exile again in the early 80s. They went back again after 1987, hoping that maybe ZANU-PF has come, to his senses. But alas, they had to run again. So that cannot be a good party at all. That cannot be a good government. You cannot have people running away from their countries that many times in one's lifetime. That's a terrible, terrible thing.
Thank you very much, Jonga. Maybe you've got something to say now.
Ndofunga tingaedza kumboti tinzwe kuti vacharumbira vakukwanisa rongo vachipinda muchirongwa.
Yes, Yamzama. I'm calling him right now.
Ndachitira kuti vapindure vangafunga kuti tiri kuramba tichingopa vajamela mukana.
Yeah, so what you mfonele ngizamufonela ngocingo sizothi uyangena yini. Hold on khona Jonga. Yeah, so umnumzana Regis Vusango ubandla leZANU-PF. So wezama ukuthi angene khona lapha ke kuhlelo ukuthi siqoke laye kodwa ke ubengena kuhlelo aphinda aphume singazi ukuthi sizamthola kumbe hatshi kodwa siyamzama khona lapha ke ukuthi sizwe ukuthi angathini So ke lapho udaba esikhuluma ngalo namhlanje udaba
Kasi
oluqakathekile kakhulu kodwa
ndoda
baye ngazani
ngotsinira
angene kuhle. So ke
ndingotsinirwa Gibbs ndingotsinira zvataurwa navajamela vataura mashoko akakomba ekuti kubva 1980 tingati kune vanhu vakanga vari kunze vakanga vambobuda zvavo munyika vakadzoka kuZimbabwe 1980 vanhu ivavo vati gare garei kwakaitika nyaya dzegukura hundi vamwe vakamanikidzika kutiza zvakare kubva kumisha yavo vakabuda munyika vakaenda kune dzimwe nyika mudiaspora vakazoti zvinhu zvati gadzikane zvishoma gukura hundi yapera vamwe vakadzoka kumusha vagara zvakare kwakabva kwaita matambudziko ndobva vamwe vabuda kwakazoita kusainirana kweunity accord 1987 vanhu vakafunga zvinhu zvanaka vakadzoka kumusha vadzokawo kumusha kwakazoita zvakare matambudziko vanhu vanopikisa vachitanga kushungurudzwa vamwe vakatiza vari kutaura kuti kune vanhu vakawanda vari kungoti vanogara vakasungirira magumbeze kuitira kubuda munyika nekudzoka zvinhu zvisina kunaka izvozvo vanhu vanofanira kunge vachiwana kusununguka nekugadzikana.
Sesizama ukuthi simphinde futhi ke umnumzana lapha uVusango sizuthi uyangena injonga kumbe ngaso sisenelisa ukuthi simthole. So ke esifisa ukuthi nje abuye kwenza lapha ukuthi akhulume ngokuthi ke kuhamba njani. Kodwa ke mbona zani sesithole ubaba uJoseph Chuma webandla leZANU-PF sesimtholile khonapha ecingweni. Baba Chuma ungawutshona njani? Sitshone kakhulu Chuma. So akutsho ke Golide ukuthi ubona kwakho sibili all this that is going on ubona njani abantu befuna ukuthi bangene emgwaqweni betshengisele silabanye abantu lapha abezapho abanye abathize ukuthi sikhulume ngodaba lolu ubona njani kwakho lokho?
Unfortunately asizihlale kakhulu lawo kodwa engachiya ngutshilo nje ukuthi kona isekelo sombuso i-constitution eZimbabwe iyakuvuma ukuthi abantu benze konke abafuna ukwenza kodwa sikwenza sikhangele umumo esikuyona umumo omubi singaduduzana sithi hayi laba sebenze lokho laba benze lokwana kodwa asikhangele nje omakhelwane lapha eSouth Africa eduzulu la abantu sokubabamba njani sokubabulala njani futhi into lokho sikwenze siqaphele into ezinjalo njalo futhi sikhangele ukuthi kona kanti sesehlekile yini ubana sikhulumisane indoda sikhulumisane sokugcwele inzondano lapha kwelakithi eZimbabwe abantu abasekhangelani kuhle kodwa sikhohlwa futhi khonapha esikhona khona akula muntu ongenasihlobo across i-divide yonke yepolitiki le. Mina nginje isihlobo sami naso kwe-MDC nginaso kuZAPU nginaso kumabambo nginaso wherever and sonke sinjalo so kanti-ke kuyina sokwenza lesi sizona nethu eqela ukuthi nasesihle ukuthi sibonisane sikhulumisane sihlale phansi sinikane imbono ngoba ama-q akhuluma kona akula muntu ole-monopoly to ideas and therefore kutshengisa ukuthi wonke umuntu ufuze ukuthi ngabe siyabonisana sihlale phansi sikhangelisane wonke umuntu abise imbono yakhe etafuleni sisebenze ngento ekhona le into yokuthi kona kuhlele ukuthi wona this must go kufana into le ekhulunywa ngumkomo ukuthi kona into yokuthi ipasi naniki ukuthi ipasi ufuna ukubulalela so qala sekukhona mgabe must go and then what sihambe kanti sithi ZANU-PF must go and then what sihambe what have you proffered as a solution ukuthi kona right kanti lapha sobona ke lapha indawo engaso i-opposition party nxa ikhona is there to be isenza ama-checks and balances of i-government eyabe khona bonapho. Have we done that? Sesikwenzile kwehlula na? Have we proffered solutions ukuthi hayi kanti ngabe sikwenze lokhu sakwenza so na? Have we brought up ama-evidences yezinto lezi eze-corruption ezikhulumayo enough ukuthi kube le-prosecution kube lento ebambekayo na? Yonke into le yinto kumele ngabe siyayikhangela singakarizoti ukuthi nasokulokuzwa but nxa kusenziwa peacefully ukhangelwe imithetho e-COVID amboni kulento wrong into ezaba wrong ukuthi kona nxa sufuna ukuqasa ukuthi izinto sokulinyazwa nasokwenza njalo khona kwana kuba wrong ngoba izihlobo zinazo across divide and angisho umuntu ongafuna ukufisa ukubona igazi lichitheka noma ngelikabani nje igazi eqhakathekileyo asotomele bokuchithwa nje ngezizathu ezingenangqondo ezingelakhanda into eqhakathekileyo asikhipeni inzondo mthembu siyakhipha inzondo start seeing clearly kanti wa-clouded ubona kwethu ngoba sizondile vele akusenanto omunye itsho khonapha ngikhuluma so uzabuza omunye uzabethithisa khonapha hayi uyahlanya lo uzomunye uyadla angidli lutho kodwa mina ngikhuluma ukuthi kona vele inzondo ayizange yafa yakha kodwa into engakha luthando in between us kuphela.
Yes, tolufana nesikiwa khonokho ke Golide
Right. I was just saying that in summary, because unfortunately I cannot stay long.
Yes.
Yes, there are calls for this demonstration on the 31st of July, but I would really want to say that are we really doing this out of conviction, out of necessity, or we are just doing it because of the impulse of anger, the hate that we are so much full of nowadays, so much that we are failing to understand and recognize that we all are related in one way or the other. I've got relatives that are in NPC. I've got relatives that are in ZAPA. I've got relatives that are in almost all the other political parties. And so why are we hating so much that we're not even failing to come to a negotiating table and talk and put sense? Look, I will tell you definitely there's one thing that people should know. No one will never have a monopoly on ideas. ZANU-PF cannot claim to have all the brilliant ideas, and neither can MPC do the same thing. So what really we need as a country now is to remove that spirit of anger and embrace the spirit of knowing that Zimbabwe is for us all, and we owe it to it, to develop it, to proffer solutions for it, to prosper. We cannot do otherwise. Otherwise, we will be guilty by the next generation of having neglected and actually brought this thing to a standstill. We need a Dube to, instead of being angry, clear that anger, see more clearly, and sit down and say, what do you have that is going to bring Zimbabwe and move it forward? And we bring those things together. The Mnangagwa regime is just 2 years. 2 years is too little a time. Look at even Rwanda. The president there, Kagame, it took him 25 years to bring Rwanda to where it is today. Look at China, look at Malaysia. You can name so many other countries. It is not going to happen overnight, but the common denominator of all these countries is that everybody pulled together. Look at Kenya right now. Odinga and President Kenyatta are working together despite being opposition themselves, but they are working together for the prosperity of Kenya.
Yes,
this is what we need to see happening here. We need to see Nero and the president working together for the betterment of Zimbabwe.
But Mr. Chuma, ZANU-PF has been in power for 40 years. You are comparing it to Rwanda for 25 years, and ZANU-PF still needs more time to bring things together.
You must remember that the ZANU-PF that you are talking about, which is 40 years, was the ZANU-PF that was led by the late former
president. Mr. Chuma, if
we are the same people, the same ZANU-PF is the one that calls for to actually be
ZANU-PF
we had seen that
ZANU-PF is
a wrong modeling of actually worshipping somebody to a point that we not question their reason. But the new administration of President Mnangagwa is just 2 years now, and he has come up with so many reforms. You must remember before.
Mr. Chuma, I disagree with you.
Even the Western Union was not allowed here. The Americans were not allowed here. That guy was just blunt about it. But this one is come to say, let's re-engage, let's engage, let's talk, let's do everything. So they're doing everything to try and make this thing, this thing. And we just need to give them a chance and be together. Let's
what is going to happen, Gibbs? Gibbs, Gibbs, I hope Mr. Jamela is also listening to this conversation.
Yes,
because I want him to respond. But what is going to happen if ZANU-PF has this mentality that after so many years, a new leader comes in and then they say we are a renewed party, or we are a new party, or what? They will remain in power forever using that technicality. ZANU-PF is ZANU-PF. When former President Robert Mugabe left, ZANU-PF maintained the offices, they maintained everything, which means it's the same party that President Mugabe was leading. I don't know what Mr. Jamela can say about this, but I don't think that is a good thing.
Yes, so
but the point is that it's not about ZANU-PF being in power or anybody being in power. It's about right things being done, whether by MPC, whether by ZANU-PF. ZANU-PF is that institution that has got people that will revolve and evolve. I was young in the 40 years, that you're talking about. I was probably 1 year old, or probably I was 2 years old by then. But today I'm here, Central Committee of Zanda than what those people back then did. So it's not about an institution, it's about everybody coming together collectively. Like I said, let's remove the hate of hating people and say, what am I doing for Zimbabwe? What are you doing for Zimbabwe? And that's where we should start from. So it's not about ZANU-PF, it's not about MDC. Why would you want ZANU-PF to be out of power or be in power? It's about saying, what are we doing the right thing that we should do? Are we doing it? Are we doing the right things for Zimbabwe to move forward?
I think Gibbs,
Yes, Mr. Chuma,
you
let's
can bring in Mr. Jamela.
let's bring in Jamela.
Mr.
Yes,
Jamela,
yes.
yes.
Mr. Jamela, before Chuma, of course, Mr. Jamela, your reaction to what Mr. Chuma said.
Oh, Mr. Chuma, he sounds really good. Unfortunately, everything that he said, I mean, literally everything, is incorrect. You know, he may sound convincing to people that do not know what ZANU-PF is about, what ZANU-PF has done. If you come from Mars, perhaps you might listen to Mr. Chuma and think, wow, that sounds reasonable. You know, what's wrong with this? But the problem with that is everything that he has said, ZANU-PF cannot even do. His ZANU-PF cannot sit down and listen to anyone. They've never done that to anyone. They have never taken an idea. They have never accepted advice. They have never stopped being ZANU-PF since their inception. We were in ZANU-PF, ZAP went into a unity accord in 1987. We had ZAPU ideas. We had all things that ZAPU stood for. None of those things were ever listened to. That's why I'm telling you today that ZANU-PF has to go. It has to go, not because it's another political party, but it has to go because they failed. They've done some horrible things. Horrible things. He's talking about we have to consider COVID-19 consequences if we're out there on the streets, protesting and stuff like that. It sounds like a reasonable excuse. I understand that. But unfortunately, that's just a cover for what they're going to try and do before July 31st. It's just a cover. We know that people are dying, from hunger. They're dying from everything that ZANU-PF has imposed on people. Believe me, COVID-19 will kill far less people than ZANU-PF has killed to this day. I mean, people, you were talking to a guest in South Africa that is talking about truckers being in trouble, threatened, and all that kind of stuff. That is purely on ZANU-PF. Those people did not need to be there, but ZANU-PF is making them, go there. I am here. I'm in the US right now. I would rather be at home, looking after my parents and looking after my cattle and all that kind of stuff, but I cannot. So do not be fooled by, somebody sounding good. Look at the actions. They are ready. They are ready for violence against people. He's talking about hatred. Hatred against who? Who hates who? There's nobody who has ever attacked ZANU-PF. Believe me, nobody, no other party has gone out and harmed ZANU-PF, supporters, ZANU-PF government. Nobody has ever done that. The hate comes from ZANU-PF or is directed at ZANU-PF because of the things that they do, the things that they've done, the lessons that they have not learned. So you cannot come here and talk about hate. We don't hate other parties. We don't hate other people. Nobody is preaching hate here. People react. They react to hate. They react to actions that have been, directed at them. They react to things that ZANU-PF has failed to do. That's all they're saying. They're saying it's time to leave, walk away, disappear, be gone. ZANU-PF must go.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jamela. Chonga, maybe you've got a follow-up question or any other thing? Because Chuma wants to go right now. So he was going to be here for only 5 minutes. So he wants to leave.
Vangotsanangura neshona mashoka vanga vachikurukura nekuti vanhu vari kurakidzira musi wa30 vanhu vari kuti ZANU-PF yakundikana kutonga kwemakore 40 ngaichibva zvinhu zvishanduke. ndokuda kuti vachuma vataure mashoko avanga vachitaura nendebele nechirungu vataurewo neshona.
Khuluma ngesishona ke ube susihambela Colette ngamafishane baba.
Angisazwanga kuhle amabalozi labo.
Ubesithi ukhulume kade ukukhuluma ngesishona nje ngamafishane. So lapha ke uJamela yena besithi okwenzakalayo ukuthi ibandla leZANU-PF kalizake lihlaselwe ngabantu lona yile lihlasela abantu. So ke kufake ngesishona khonokho ngamafishane Juma bese sihambela baba.
Right, sezwa nanga ndichimbotaura ndambozvitaura muchirimi rechindere nechirungu kuti iyi handiyo nguva yekuti tichikakavadzana kuti anogona ndiani asingagoni ndiani. Iyi inguva yekuti dai isu sevana veZimbabwe tambobvisa ruvengo rwazara mukati medu, totarisa nyika iyi inonzi Zimbabwe, titarise nemuono wekuti toita sei kuti tiipe bundutso kwairi izvezvi, tiite bheta kuitira vana vedu vachazotevera mashure vawane Zimbabwe yakanyatsorongeka. Kurongeka uku kunobva kuti hapana ane njere dzinogona kuti dzigadzise zvinhu zvese ari woga. Takutoda kuti munhu wese ngatiuye tibatane tishande pamwe chete tichibatsirana kuti zvinhu zvifambe. Yes, tinogona kuti tinoda kuratidzira musi wa31 July, asi tichiratidzira kuti zvozoita sei. Tanga taisa here miono yedu tose pamwe chete zvikaramba here. Ende apa futi hatisi kuona here nyaya dziri kuitika dzeCovid-19 uku. Tarisai kunoku panext door pedu paSouth Africa panapa kuti chii chiri kunyatsoitika nenyaya iyi. Tarisai kunyika idzodzi dzine mari yakawanda, dzine masystems ari kushanda vana Italy nanaAmerica, mafiro ari kuita vanhu ikoko. Hatinei nehanya nazvo here, tinongoda kuti tingopinda apa tangopinda neshunguzo. Asi ini ndaiona kunge bundutso riripo ende riripo pakuti tikagara pasi tose, hapana munhu pana pasina hama isirimo muMDC kana kuZANU-PF kana kuZANU kana kuti tese tine hama ikoko. Saka zvinoreva kuti tinogona kutigadzisa nekugara pasi tichionesana tichipanana mazano kusvikira zvanaka, kusvikira zvinhu zvafamba. At least now with the new president apinda vaMnangagwa vatira kudaiwa ndine nzeve dzakavhurika ndinoudza munhu wese uyai titaurira nezvo. Saka zvararama here, kune munhu auya akati ndaisa muono wangu, hapana munhu aura kuutora here, titangire ipapo. Kana kusina ngatidzokerei patafura titaurisane tibatsirane kuti zvinhu zviite sei zvifambe, because nyika iyi ndeyedu, hapana munhu achavazotigadzira nyika ino.
Thank you very much Chuma, sibongile kakhulu. So asihambela mntomtalo ungathena kusasa. Thank you so much.
Thank you, bye-bye.
Thank you so much. So Joka, I think Charumbira is back. Let him finish what Chuma started. So
yes, but remember, we still have Dr. Subanda.
I think he was cut off somehow.
Oh, okay. No,
yes.
That's okay. I wanted him to chip in because there are many South Africa people. There are many Zimbabweans in South Africa who are saying they are ready to go back to Zimbabwe to join the 31st July demonstrations. Maybe you can bring in Mr. Charumbira.
Yes. Okay. So, Mr. Charumbira, can you hear me? Yes, Charumbira's mic today is giving us problems. But I know some people can hear him, but we cannot hear him in the studio. So let's try to fix that problem. So we're going to call you right now, Mr. Charumbira, and then talk to you. So Chamela, what can you say could be achievements? Or maybe, there are so many objectives of this protest. Some people are saying MDC parties are very, very fragmented at the moment. And then when you look at ZAPU, is a little bit invisible. When you look at other parties too, they're not active. So what will happen if let's say ZANU-PF goes on 31st of July?
I'll go back to my point that I raised earlier. People should not even concern themselves by what happens when ZANU-PF goes. Zimbabwe is full of very intelligent people that, given, if you take the arms of war away from them, where they can operate and do what is right, they are very capable. They will be able to fix Zimbabwe just like that. Without ZANU-PF, without any party, it's really not so much about party right now. It's about ideas. It's about the right ideas governing the country. not so much the individual of Mnangagwa. I couldn't be bothered about the individual of Mnangagwa. I care about the ZANU-PF system, the ZANUism that has infected the country. The way things are done is absolutely wrong. So they have to go. They have to go. You do not stop putting out the fire because you're worried what's going to happen after you put out the fire. You put out the fire, and then you figure things out after the fire is gone. So people should stop worrying about what happens tomorrow. If ZANU-PF goes, we'll figure it out. We are very capable. We have been stopped by ZANU-PF, from building this country. ZANU-PF has been the impediment ever since 1980. Without ZANU-PF, Zimbabwe would be further along, so far ahead that you wouldn't believe it. But it's also their propaganda as well. They are instilling fear of the unknown. People are worried about what happens to after ZANU-PF goes. That's really neither here nor there. They have to go. They go. They will see what happens.
Yes, hold on, Jamela. Let's bring in Jonga Kanimira. I think Regis is still trying to come in, but he's got some challenges with his mic. I think I'm trying to call him as well here. Go ahead. I think we are remaining with not about 4 or so minutes. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, I think my question to Mr. Jamela is what about the issue of the coronavirus in Zimbabwe, COVID-19? Is he seeing the government doing enough to make sure that people are safe from this pandemic?
Yes, okay. Before bringing in maybe Jamela, let me try Charumbira again. Mr. Charumbira, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Mr. Charumbira? I think he still has got a challenge. So, Ms. Jamela Jonga is asking about COVID-19. He says, do you think the government is doing what it can in Zimbabwe as of now?
Of course not. Of course not. We as a party, we don't even believe the figures that are being produced every day. For starters, we know that not enough testing is being done right now. We know that Minister of Health was fired because of corruption. The money that was stolen. There's so much that the government, should be doing or could be doing that they're not doing because they have taken over the resources of the state and pocketed them completely. So as a result, there's just no way they can do what they're supposed to do because the government coffers are empty, but their pockets are full.
Yes, can you hold on there? I think we've got Vusango. Mr. Vusango, welcome to the program, but we're only a few minutes to go. So tell us a bit about tell us a bit about what you think about the forthcoming the planned protests.
Yes, thank you very much. Let me just quickly, I'll be very quick. I'm just going to touch briefly about things that were said by my brother from the ZAPU, party there. Yes. I think first and foremost, I don't think his sentiments and where he's coming from is very right for Zimbabweans at this point. As he knows that we, ZANU-PF and ZAPU, we are brothers. We are brothers in arms. We fought together, planning to remove the white evil regime in Zambia, and then we later on went to Tanzania, and then from Mozambique, and then ZANU-PF was formed in 1963 at one of my brother in Ndebele, not a Shona, Enos Ngala's house, who later on became a minister in the ZANU-PF government. So to say that, of course, there were grievances. There were grievances in the brothers in the struggle. And those grievances, we cannot go back to those grievances as children of Zimbabwe today. Dr. Ngomo, after the grievances with the ZANU-PF elite, they joined hands and then he became the vice president of Zimbabwe. And we all know that. We all know that he is buried at the National Shrine. Because this shows the togetherness and unity that was followed suit in 1987, like he mentioned. So for ZANU-PF to be formed We cannot say it was formed because it was formed illegally. That was democracy. If people don't agree, we look at this, what's happening in the MDC. When people don't agree, they are allowed to separate, and so long is to prosper the nation of Zimbabwe. So right now, my brother from ZAPU, where you are coming from, my brother, you are bringing us back in the trenches, and we do not allow that. As ZANU-PF, we have a lot of our colleagues who are from ZAPU who are still ministers today, or who are still ministers in the party as we speak. And we will not be derived to be taken back to tribalism, because we are not a tribal party. That's why we are so inclusive, right? Now, I want to quickly go to the way you're saying ZANU-PF must go, ZANU-PF must whatever. Listen, my brother, I want you to understand it very well. ZANU-PF is not a person. It wasn't Mugabe. That's why Mugabe left. He even went to join Chamisa. But what happened to ZANU-PF? We are a system, and we are advancing every day in what we do. Right now, there's a lot of things we are doing. We are building houses in almost every city. We are enlarging the roads in Zimbabwe. Now, when it comes to the 31st of July, that's what I'm going to talk about now.
Yes, we can hear you, but our time is out. I'm so sorry that we have to cut you short there. I know that Mr. Washington Jamela wanted to react to what you're saying. And I know that this is a very topical issue. Jonga, but our time is out. So we have for today, Zimbabweans, we're with our guests, Vusumuzi Spanda, who is in South Africa, Regis Vusango of ZANU-PF, he lives in Canada, and then I've got Mr. Washington Jamela in Chicago here in the USA. And then we're Joseph Chuma in Bulawayo. Sign off in Maryland, this is Keith Jonga.
Neni Jonga Kandemiri, ndiru Maryland, pamadziro pemba ya Gibbs hapo. Ndotimorera zvakanaka vateereri.